something ancient is racing toward us. It is not a star, not a planet, not even a familiar comet. It is 3I Atlas, an interstellar wanderer older than any world it now passes. And within days it will sweep past Mars, closer than any object from beyond our solar system has ever dared. Yet as this extraordinary encounter unfolds, the silence from NASA is deafening. No public warnings, no live briefings, just obscure technical notes buried deep in scientific archives. Why the silence? Why now, when an object from another star is approaching one of our closest neighbors? From the moment 3I Atlas crossed Jupiter's orbit, it broke every rule of natural motion. It ignited too early, glowing with a brightness no comet should have at such distance. Its path is nearly perfect, threading through the solar system like it was mapped with precision, not flung by chance. This isn't the messy curve of a frozen rock tumbling through space. It's a clean, deliberate line, one that feels more like a footprint than a random orbit. And as it moves closer, the world's most powerful instruments are locked onto it. Orbiters around Mars have begun adjusting their observation schedules. The Trace Gas Orbiter and Mars Express are aiming spectrometers directly at the approaching body, searching for signs of organics, water ice, or anything unusual. The James Webb Space Telescope, 1 million miles from Earth, is chasing its spectral trail. Hubble is capturing its coma and halo of dust. From Earth, we see a green phantom pulling closer. From Mars, it looks even stranger, yet still, no real answers. The silence speaks louder than words. Scientists whisper across forums and research papers about the data slipping through. Particles in the coma that are heavier than expected, fragments of dust that don't disperse naturally, a tail that bends in the wrong direction, as if repelled by something we can't yet define. And each clue adds to the unease. Is this just ice and rock, or something else? Because here's the truth. Natural objects don't normally behave this way, and the closer 3I Atlas drifts toward Mars, the more deliberate its path begins to look. As 3I Atlas draws closer to Mars, its path no longer looks random. It looks aligned. Step by step, the object moves through the solar system on a track so clean it could rival our own spacecraft. Each planetary pass, each gravitational assist, seems almost intentional, as if it knows where it's going. For an object supposedly born of chaos, this level of precision is unnerving. And yet, the official response? Silence. No press conferences. No public alerts. Only scattered references hidden in technical logs and academic preprints. A few leaks suggest spikes in CO2 emissions around its coma, strange alignments in its dust stream, and anomalies picked up by the James Webb Telescope. But instead of a clear explanation, we get a void. NASA, the same agency that live streams every Mars landing, has nothing to say as something from another star sweeps past Mars itself. Why? On the red planet, orbiters like Mars Express and the Trace Gas Orbiter are tuned in with surgical precision. Their spectrometers are now focused on unusual isotopes, water vapor, organics, anything that might reveal what lies inside this visitor. And what they're finding is not ordinary. Some particles are dense, heavier than expected, refusing to disperse like the dust of normal comets. The tail itself, under certain observations, doesn't behave the way physics says it should. Instead of streaming neatly away from the sun, parts of it bend strangely inward, as if resisting radiation pressure. That isn't theory. That's data, and data doesn't lie. Even Hubble, imaging the faint glow of its outer halo, has noticed a mismatch. The amount of material being ejected is too large for the estimated size of the nucleus. Either the core is far bigger than we believe, or something hidden beneath its surface is unnaturally active, burning, venting, releasing energy in ways no comet should. Some researchers cautiously mention internal heat pockets or chemical disequilibrium. Others stay silent, perhaps by choice, or perhaps by instruction. And then comes the timing. Just as the comet nears Mars, Earth begins to lose sight of it. From our perspective, 3I Atlas will slide behind the sun, hidden in its glare for weeks. At the very moment it could reveal its most violent, most unpredictable behavior. We will be blind, coincidence, or something else? Because if this truly is just a comet, why does it follow a path so optimized it mirrors the very corridor we use for launching probes? Why has it ignited early, flaring before it crossed the frost line? Why does its inclination align so neatly with the solar plane, deviating by only 5 degrees, a precision trajectory almost impossible for a random traveler? For some scientists, those questions are already too much to ignore, and one of them is not afraid to say it out loud. In the middle of NASA's silence, one voice cuts through. The same man who shook the world years ago by suggesting Oumuamua might have been more than just a rock. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb. And now, He is pointing his finger directly at 3I Atlas. Loeb doesn't mince words. He calls out its orbital pattern, the strange sequence of planetary flybys, its unnervingly clean trajectory, even its retrograde motion. He highlights the numbers no one wants to talk about. The odds of an interstellar object threading so close to Venus, Mars, and Jupiter in succession are 1 in 20,000. That kind of alignment doesn't just happen, it's practically impossible. Unless, of course, it isn't random. And yet NASA insists nothing is unusual. A comet, yes. A visitor, yes. But not a threat, not a mystery. Just another icy relic from beyond the stars. It's the same calm dismissal they gave for Oumuamua, right before its trajectory shifted in ways that physics still struggles to explain. Meanwhile, Loeb has gone further. He's called for active missions to intercept 3I Atlas, even suggesting redirecting the Juno spacecraft orbiting Jupiter. His requests have been met with silence. Official agencies keep their eyes down, repeating the same narrative. A comet with quirks, but still a comet. But outside official circles, discomfort is growing. Researchers whisper in private emails, some of which have leaked, showing unease at the data piling up. Spectral anomalies that don't fit cometary models. Thermal signatures rising and falling too sharply. Organic molecules in unusual configurations. The language used is careful. Anomalous, peculiar, unclassified. Words chosen to avoid panic but heavy with implications. And then comes the most unsettling detail of all, the rhythm. Observations suggest 3I Atlas is not releasing material in a steady stream, the way normal comets do. Instead, its emissions flare, then stall, then flare again. Episodic, cyclical, almost like breathing. Is this truly a comet, or something we don't have a word for yet? Each new observation pulls us deeper into uncertainty, and the silence around it, deliberate and heavy, feels less like caution and more like a signal of its own. A pause where an explanation should be, a gap where answers should exist. Because what if this isn't silence at all? What if it's strategy? The countdown has begun. On October 31st, 3I Atlas will reach its closest point to the sun, perihelion, a moment of silence wrapped in fire. At this distance, solar radiation becomes merciless. Dust disintegrates, ice explodes into vapor, and weak structures collapse under heat and gravity. Many comets never survive this trial. Some flare brilliantly before shattering, leaving only dust behind. Others vanish entirely, erased in the glare. So, what will happen to 3I Atlas? No one knows. Some astronomers believe the object will tear apart like past comets Ison and Elenin, ripped to fragments by solar forces. Others predict a spectacular outburst, a surge so intense its coma could expand in seconds, possibly glowing bright enough to be seen from Earth, even against the sun's blinding light. And then there are those who suspect something stranger, that 3I Atlas might endure the fire untouched, as if built for survival. But here's the problem. Earth won't see it. As 3I Atlas reaches perihelion, our view will be blocked by the sun. The very moment it reveals its true nature, we will be blind. No live feed, no clear images, just indirect monitoring from solar observatories like SOHO and Stereo. These satellites have watched sun-grazing comets before, but none like this. None carrying the weight of so many unanswered questions. From Mars, the orbiters may still catch fragments of data, spectral readings, dust patterns, the aftershock of whatever takes place. But even they have limits. If the object breaks apart suddenly or shifts its trajectory, we may never know in time. And yet, there is a strange calm surrounding this uncertainty. A feeling that something irreversible is about to be decided. If it shatters, we may glimpse the secrets inside. Fragments that reveal its structure, its hidden chemistry, maybe even traces of where it came from. If it survives, it will reappear weeks later, dimmer, fading, heading toward Jupiter, then beyond, then into the dark. A visitor never to return. But if nothing happens at all, if it simply glides through the fire untouched, that silence will be louder than any explosion, because it would mean this was never an ordinary object to begin with. Its early ignition, its strange emissions, its precise trajectory, all of them messages we failed to decode. And the greatest mystery of all may not be what happens at perihelion, but why the world's most powerful space agency chose to turn away at the exact moment we needed answers most.